It's breakfast time at the self-sufficient backyard for the independent homesteader, and that means it's time to get the fire going in the wood cook stove to get the stove heated up so I can cook. The tea kettle goes on to heat water, and because waffles are on the menu, our antique cast iron waffle maker is also put on to preheat. Conveniently, the outside ring of the waffle maker fits perfectly in the hole where the stove lid normally sits. So I'm going to sit this directly over the flame now that it's preheated. To mix the batter, I combine whole wheat flour that I ground up in our grain mill, along with some baking powder, some salt, and some baking soda. In a separate bowl, I'm going to mix eggs, homemade buttermilk, and vegetable oil. You could use melted butter instead of oil if you prefer. Once the wet ingredients are mixed together, I'm going to add them to the dry ingredients and mix those two things together. Because we like nuts in our waffles, I add some of them to the batter, but you could leave them out if you prefer. Note the sizzle when the batter is poured onto the hot waffle iron. It's important the iron is hot so the batter doesn't stick. Next, I sprinkle on the secret ingredient. Can you guess what these are? Here's a hint. They're not blueberries. I made blueberry waffles once and had a disaster as the berries stuck to the waffle iron. What a mess, so I never did that again. Now I close the lid and flip the iron over, and I'll continue flipping it back and forth several times throughout the cooking process as the side facing the fire is the hotter side. Ideally, the waffle should be a uniformly golden brown when it's done, but we were hungry, so I rushed this one a bit. And by the way, in case you're wondering about the secret ingredient, well, they're chocolate chips. Yep, nothing like having a dessert for breakfast. Warm, gooey chocolate chip waffles with real maple syrup. Yum.